Square Enix has been on a roll with Final Fantasy releases lately, from Final Fantasy 16 to the 7 Remake trilogy and Final Fantasy 14. There's a whole lot of the beloved RPG series that speaks to a variety of its different fans. Looking ahead to Final Fantasy 17, here are a few ideas that you take from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Some players may struggle to see how party members that swear their lives to your cause to stop a world-ending threat can so frequently sit on the bench at your base camp. 7 Rebirth managed to address this in a way that the original never even bothered. Traversing the world, the entire party will be visible and travel behind Cloud. Even in combat, the remaining party members that aren't a part of your controllable crew will stand on the sidelines and deal chip damage, so they always feel like they are part of the adventure. If 17 wants to forge the bonds of a new party, they should take notes. A strong villain can make or break the stakes you're battling in an RPG. 7 Rebirth reminds us of just how much a present villain will add to the story thanks to Sephiroth and his omnipresent aura. Even with secondary antagonists like Shinra and the Turks, the party is constantly managing these threats, and it only adds to the story's urgency. There are multiple instances in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth where the player party composition is locked for a finely tuned cinematic boss battle. These carefully crafted encounters pitting certain antagonists against their rivals in the party make for even more intimate battles, and this will only help future Final Fantasy entries. In the transition to make HD RPGs, the rich and bustling towns of 2D or early 3D RPGs took a hit in just how expansive and expressive they can be. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth had the benefit of taking the blueprints of the creative towns of the original game and going all in to make them more impressive and lively. Hopefully, 17 can follow suit. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth put minigames back in the spotlight after an absence in recent entries. Minigames in the original's release and plenty of other titles since then have been a core part of Final Fantasy's comprehensive identity, and it would be great to see them alive and well in the next mainline entry. Final Fantasy stories at their best are able to toe the line between being silly and serious. 7 Rebirth alone is able to wrestle with heavy topics of sacrifice, resistance, and also featuring Cloud turning into a Moogle. If a Final Fantasy adventure is going to last for close to 100 hours, it's best to have moments of levity that break up the pace of those more dour beats. And these are just some elements that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth excelled in that 17 would do well to adapt. For more lists like this one, stay tuned to Game Rant.